chief legal analyst Khalif Rhodes to break this down further. And for people who aren't familiar with TikTok, what they're saying is it's not like this girl went and searched for the blackout challenge. She just opened up the app, she's scrolling, and it popped up. How does the algorithm play into legal responsibility?
She didn't search for it, it searched for her. That's what the court is saying. And it said that typically, you got to go back to this federal law. You want something like this. Specifically, Section 230 protects companies from having third-party people put information on their website and then them being liable for it. For instance, if you put racist things on Facebook, I can't sue Facebook because there's racist material on there because Facebook didn't print it. Facebook didn't create it. They didn't have editorial content or judgment in it. However, with these algorithms, what the Supreme Court has said most recently is, no, wait. With the fact that you're sending this to an individual, that they're not looking for this information, that you have an algorithm that now determines and tries to figure out how it goes and gives it to another person, now that's editorial judgment. And now this is your created content. And because of that, it kind of skirts around Section 230 that was there intended to protect companies to be able to, we wouldn't have an internet if everyone could get sued all the time for information that was posted by third parties. So you needed that protection. But this takes them around that 230 protection because now you are creating and producing and distributing the content. Different novel approach. And the judge at the time even said, she said, in the past, this case would have been tossed. This does not go with our current way of thinking. This doesn't go with my past way of thinking, but it goes with the current Supreme Court Justice most recent ruling. And so I now have to abide by that.
Khalif, if you were speaking to this group that's here in town today, the Sparks Community Group, if you were talking to them at this roundtable, like what would be your advice, not only as a legal attorney, but as a father to, we want our kids to explore social media, but man, there are so many, it's hard to even know, there's like visible boundaries out there to keep them safe.
First thing I say is the same thing I said to my daughters last night, because all three of them are heavily TikTok users, obviously not posting, but just looking on there. I think they're too young to create content, but absorbing content. And I wasn't aware that those algorithms were looking for them. And so I talked to them about challenges. I'm like, listen, are you guys participating in these challenges? I didn't even know this challenge existed. There's a blackout challenge that's making you hold your breath until you black out. Well, I said, hey, do all the things that are fun. Do the dancing things. But if there's anything that's going to hurt you, you probably want to make sure you're not doing those, because this girl died and I showed them the story. And so what I would encourage parents to do if they're in this meeting is to ensure that you're having some interaction with these devices. As there's so many different social media things popping up, I don't even have time to keep up. So I just thought it was all dances. When I started looking at the story, I was like, wait, there's multiple challenges like this where kids have been dying in the past. This lawsuit came out of Philadelphia, my hometown. There's another person, another kid that died with this exact same challenge. So two families have lost their child because they were attempting to follow this viral thing that every other kid wanted to do. I mean, I just did not know this was a thing. And so your awareness as a parent is important. Your education as a community is important. But the safeguards are always going to have to be lifted up, because as these companies come out and new things or innovative ways to try to increase profits, those algorithms will continue to be there to find you even if you're not looking for it.